Hey guys, in this video we're going to be seeing about data types and variables of C. Now the data types supported by C are, the first one is int, as in integer. Let me open a test file. You can see that the int is highlighted. So the integer data type in C is usually of 4 bytes, but it depends on which compiler you're using. Sometimes they allocate 2 bytes, but most of the compilers allocate 4 bytes. Since it's 4 bytes, the range of int is from -214 7483 648 to 214 748 3647. If it's a sign number. Sign number means it can be positive or negative. If this number is still isn't enough for you, you can say long int, which usually allocates 8 bytes and it's in the range of e plus 18. The next data type we're going to take a look at is float. You can see that the float is highlighted. Float is any number that has a decimal in it. For example, 3.14159265. The range of float in C is from e minus 38 to e plus 38. Usually you can use this size of and enter the variable which has that data type and find out the number of bytes. You can see that the size of is highlighted. Next is character. You can see that it's highlighted. A character is like A, B, C, a single character, anything on your keyboard, but it should be enclosed by quotes. Next thing is a string. You use char for string, but you specify the length of the string, which means like a sentence, a word. Suppose I want to write this. This has 4 letters in it, so this. Next, we move on to variables. Now the syntax for declaration of a variable is the data type of the variable, what data type it's going to hold. Suppose it's an integer or a float or a character or a string, followed by name of the variable. And if you want to assign a value to the variable right away, you can use equal to and write anything followed by semicolon. Now there are certain rules to declare a variable. First, a variable name can only have letters or digits. It can be uppercase or lowercase variables, doesn't matter. But you can't use these. Next rule. The first letter of a variable can be a letter or an underscore, not digits. Digits can come in between, but not the first letter. It can be name. This is valid. Name, name, me. Okay. There's no rules on how long a variable name can be, but it's advised it should be less than or equal to 31 characters. If it goes over 31, you might have an issue based on your compiler. Next, we take a look at naming variables. Don't name your variable anything arbitrary like A, B, C, a single character variable. Name should be specific, like first variable. Now, there are two recommended ways to name a variable. One is called camel case. The second is called snake case. What camel case means is the first letter of each new word is capitalized. So camel is a separate word, case is a separate word. So the C's are capitalized. What snake case means is that in between two words, you add an underscore. Now we come to initialization of variables. Initialization you can do during declaration, like in camel case is equal to 10. Or you can initialize them later in your code. There are rules in initialization of a variable also. For example, the name of the variable should always be to the left of the equal sign, not to the right. And whatever value you're assigning it with should be to the right of the equal to sign, not vice versa. If I put 10 is equal to snake case, save it, run the program. See, you can see an error here. So the rules of initialization and declaration should be followed. Now, there is one more thing. Variable names cannot have a space in between. This is one of the rules. And the last rule is there are 32 keywords reserved in C programming that are used for other things. You can't use them as the name of your variable. I will display the 32 names. So these words you can use as your variable. Let me try using one of them. So break. You can see it's highlighted, which means it's meant for something else. You can't use it as your variable name. Let me save and run it. See, you will encounter an error. Thanks for watching.